Welcome, everyone. My name is Chris Parrish. How is everyone doing today? This is the Chris Parrish Podcast, episode 139, Climb to Fall. Sorry, Climb to Fame. What am I doing? It's been a while. It's been a morning. First off, I want to thank everyone for joining in. Welcome. Want to give a shout out to Turnbuckle Studios and Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. That's right. Checking out turnbucklestudios.org, the official webpage, Turnbuckle Studios, for all your needs within there. By the way, how easy is it on the homepage? You just got to click the icon and you're watching. That's how easy it is on that website. W.GG, great place. You want a good product? Boom. There you go. Organic, by the way. Just want to, if you want to save some money, TB Studios, 10% or Parrish 10. That's right. If you want to support the Chris Parrish Podcast and use the code or promo code for Chris Parrish Podcast, Parrish 10 gets you 10% off as well. And let's not forget the home. I'll just say they're now the home of the Chris Parrish Podcast. That's right. Beercade YEG, 105 82nd Ave in Edmonton, Alberta. If you want a place to go and watch live pro wrestling, that's right, AEW pay-per-views, WWE PLEs, they got you. They had you last night for SummerSlam Night 1. They got you for SummerSlam Night 2. That's right. Event is at 4 p.m. local time. Doors are at 3:30. Go check it out. I will be there. So if you want to come and sit down, have a couple drinks, have some fun, watch SummerSlam Night 2 with me, and have just a good night. Let's do it. SummerSlam, that's the theme of the weekend. We just had night 1 last night, and 6 great matches were there. A lot of negativity on the web for really what reason? Don't understand it. You don't like it? Great, don't watch it. That's really all I got to say. I'm tired of people claiming that this is not good. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Go watch what you want and just enjoy it. That's what pro wrestling deserves. It deserves fans that want to watch it. And I enjoyed SummerSlam Night 1 last night. And what wasn't there to like? We had an absolutely banging opening match with Liv Morgan and Io Sky. You can hammer home the whole Liv Morgan hasn't defended the title in 100 days thing. Yeah, it's not ideal. Not everybody wants to see that. But the match was fantastic. These two can go, and they did. We know that Io Sky defeated Liv Morgan to become queen of the ring and to get this title match, and Liv Morgan pulls it out and successfully retains her title. I got to say, I want to see the third installment of this. They're 1-1. We got to see the third installment. We got a trilogy ending last night, and we have another one right here. I need to see Liv Morgan and Io Sky, and why not just do it again on Monday? Don't even wait. Do it again on Monday, and let's just start off Raw with an absolute banging match again. What I did wish I saw, though, after this match, the only thing I saw, and in that match, we did get Raquel Rodriguez. We did get Roxanne Perez. They weren't a deciding factor of the finish, which I absolutely love, but they did what they do all the time, and they help out Liv because the Judgment Day always helps each other out. I love that about the group. They're very loyal with their own. But I wish I saw Liv Morgan with her title and Raquel with her newly won Intercontinental Championship that she won on Monday against Sol Ruca. I just wish I saw that on the ramp. both of them holding up their titles because these two have a history with each other. They're former tag team champions. They're now individual champions. It just would have been a fun moment. But Liv Morgan told Kathy Kelly, yeah, I don't even want to defend this title for another 100 days. She owned it. Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely great. And anybody who's like, I'm tired of Liv. And guess what? I'm not tired of Liv. I just want to see more activity with this title. I want to see more activity with the women's division because it's good. It's very good. And Io Sky and Liv Morgan proved it last night. Bleacher Report, C+. Come on. You know, C+, your ability to grade. Don't say good wrestling, C+. That's just stupid. We got the in-ring debut of Nick Aldis against Gunther. Great match. Great first match for Nick Aldis. Coming out to Oasis? Really? Wearing almost the exact same ring gear that they had him in WWE 2K? I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It was perfect. Hard not to get emotional after the match where Nick Aldis shares the moment with his son. I could tell you from experience. I'm envious. But Nick Aldis did a great job. Gunther did a great job. They told a great story. Nick Aldis hit on all cylinders, but he fell victim to Gunther like most do, and that was perfect. Nick Aldis didn't need to win this match. He just needed to make a good memory, and that's exactly what he did. His dream of wrestling for the WWE came true at SummerSlam. And it was just a one-off, or it felt like a one-off when I saw this. Could he do another match? Absolutely. Anything's possible in pro wrestling. But the single fact that we got that, and then later we saw a clip, Nick Aldis attempting to give Triple H his letter of resignation. Triple H tore it up, said, look, what you did out there was inspiring. You had a problem with Gunther. He crossed the line. You crossed the line. But you guys handled the situation the way it needed to. The way that you handle situations in WWE. In the ring. He's like, now put Gunther behind you. Call things down the middle. Because I'm reinstating you as SmackDown General Manager. There we go. So we got the one-off match, and we got closure to the Gunther Nick Aldis story, and now we can move on. That's exactly what we needed to get out of this. No overthinking, just straight to the point and well executed. Because I don't think anybody is going to say, well, Nick Aldis, why isn't he the general manager after this? Well, no, he is. And he should be. He's a damn good one. We got, I thought, a very unfortunate 6-woman tag match between Fatal Influence, the Bellas, and Paige. I say unfortunate because Brie Bella suffered a shoulder injury in this match. Expected to miss action. I say unfortunate because it probably does put a little bit of an issue in their plans moving forward. We know that if we watch this match, it's not like it was a bad match, but something just didn't feel right about it. And a lot probably had to do with the fact that one of the participants got injured and was a little restricted in what they were able to do. But I can't fault, nor will I ever say a negative thing about someone who gets hurt in wrestling and finishes the match. Respect. Fatal Influence gets the win. JC Jane gets the pinfall on Paige, which I thought was perfect. We saw the tag team champions stay strong in Fallon Henley and Lainey Reed, as they should. I thought Lainey Reed was fantastic in this match. And knowing that we saw Mickie James at one point in the corner of her husband, Nick Aldis, I wish we got something between her and Fallon Henley. I don't know why, but I just do. But yeah, good match. We saw Bellas and Paige embrace after, and the most expected thing to come out of this happened. The Bellas turned on Paige. More specifically, Nikki Bella turned on Paige. Brie Bella then started putting the boots to Paige after, so it was a Bella turn, but it was Nikki who really started it. You have to think jealousy of being in the spot that Nikki always wished she was, winning the tag titles with her twin sister at WrestleMania. Yeah. Paige took that away. That's probably how this is going to go. Even though Nikki got hurt, Paige just happened to be there. But yeah. Okay. Brie Bella being hurt. Clearly we're going to go with Nikki, Bella, and Paige. Because it's 10 years ago and that's what we want. But if the Bellas aren't going to be able to tag right away, what does this do for the women's tag team division? I think there needs to be a plan B there. And I really do hope we figure that out soon. But all in all, it wasn't a terrible match. It's just unfortunate because somebody got hurt and that played a part in maybe the execution of what could have been. Cross that over to the men's 6-man match. Jacob Fatu teaming up with Jimmy and Jey Uso, going up against Solo Sikoa, Royce Keys, and LA Knight. That was a good match too. Solo Sikoa ran it back and it pissed off Jey Uso. As it should. But the fans ate it up and they were all into it. Crazy to think two things happened here. One, Solo Sikoa made his in-ring debut on SmackDown. 2, Solo Sikoa was one of the biggest baby faces in this match. How crazy is that to say, given everything we've seen Solo Sikoa do on the main roster to date? 6 months ago, Jimmy, Jay, Roman, all huge baby faces. Jacob Fatu as well. Remember when Jacob Fatu was going up against Roman? We all wanted to see him take the title over Roman. Yeah. Now, they're at SummerSlam, and the fans are choosing LA Knight, Solo, and Royce Keys over the Usos and Jacob Fatu. Crazy what a few months can do. LA Knight gets the win over Jey Uso, as it should be. I did like the little callbacks with Solo Sikoa hitting the Samoan spike on Jimmy. That's kind of the MO they were going there. You had your moment with Jacob Fatu and Royce Keys. I want to see that as a standalone feud and match moving forward. But then you had LA Knight and Jey Uso, boom, as your front and center to this match, and that's how it came out. Perfect, as it should. I want to see that as a standalone match now. The Yeet versus the Yeah. I think it has money printed all over it. And no, I know I said we'll talk about Money in the Bank. I wouldn't have either one of them in my Money in the Bank match this year. And I'll explain why when I get there. We then got what a lot of people thought was going to be the main event match of the night, CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, which I thought was a very great match as well. Minnesota North Stars inspired gear by CM Punk. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We got the Street Fighter stuff with Cody Rhodes. I also loved how the internet got fooled with thinking this was a street fight when it was probably talking about the Street Fighter stuff in this match. I thought that was good, but it was just a one-on-one. Nothing to worry about. At one point, Cody did go for his pop-up Cody cutter. Punk moved. Absolutely murdered Charles Robinson. Like, not even a question. He didn't hit the cutter on Robinson, but the whole body and even a foot went up and everything connected with Charles Robinson. It was everything a ref bump needed to be and more. And it definitely took him out. Because what happened next was CM Punk rolls out, and what we got was a return that we've been waiting for. Randy Orton returns and RKO's Cody Rhodes. We have not seen the last of Orton and Rhodes, and the beauty about this is what Cody Rhodes can do moving forward, because CM Punk comes in, picks up the win, does not know he got help from Randy Orton, but in that moment, what we know we got was CM Punk waiting on his opponent today with the number one contenders match. But then we have a story for Cody Rhodes that doesn't involve the championship. Yes, please. This is exactly what they got to do with Cody Rhodes. And I love it. And you have a chance to replay Cody and Randy and get it right this time. So I'm very intrigued. It's almost like a second chance. So WWE, just stay off the celebrity involvement. Please. And then Obafemi Brock Lesnar inside of a Hell in a Cell. And yeah, maybe you wanted a little bit more destruction. Maybe you wanted a flat out see death. I don't know. If you are, you're a little twisted, but it's Brock Lesnar and Obafemi inside of Hell in a Cell. We expected some limbs to be broken, expected some things to bend the way they shouldn't. We expected blood. We expected gruesome. We expected all that stuff. Brock Lesnar tore up the ring, though. Exposed the wood. Tombstoned Obafemi on the wood. Nobody expected a tombstone pile driver in this match. I think I can speak for everyone when I said that was unexpected in the best way possible. Chris Best coming in and saying last night, I said Cody Rhodes doesn't need to be in a championship match for it to be a money match. No top guy needs the title. It's just better if they are. But they don't need to be. It's good to have some new faces in there. Damian Priest asked for it on SmackDown. Triple H mentioned it in the press conference. We'll get to that later. But Obafemi not only picks up the win against Brock Lesnar gets on the mic, says, "I'm the past, Oba's the future." Hugs Obafemi. You could say he passed the torch, but I think he absolutely did much more to that. I don't think Obafemi wants a torch. I think what he wants is a title. And now he has closed that Brock Lesnar chapter and has put himself right there on focus for one of the world champions. It got CM Punk's attention. He called out Obafemi at the post show. Speaking of the post show, I said Triple H had words about the Damian Priest comment, and he flat out said it's more than just getting over with the fans. It's more than everything. You got to be able to handle the pressure, ticket sales, money generating, all that stuff. Do you have the faith by the higher ups? If we say, okay, we'll give you a chance. Are we going to regret it? Are we going to have this? Because they got bona fide guys that don't miss in Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. He even listed Liv Morgan and Io Sky. You know when she's cleared, Rhea Ripley is in that conversation. Becky Lynch, I think you can add to that conversation. We're in a business where success means that you're selling tickets and you're making money. And the comments by Triple H aren't saying, hey, we don't think said person here can't do it. They're aware LA Knight gets one of the biggest pops of the night. They're aware. But what they need from LA Knight is, does he check every other one of those boxes off undisputedly? That's kind of where it is. The IWC just always likes to knock on the one tidbit. They're not looking at the whole point. I don't think anybody outside of people behind the scenes truly understands all points. We don't have the numbers. We don't have the spreadsheets. We don't have all the information. So why do we have all the complaints? It's a little weird to me. But you'd think a company is more aware of the numbers. Just my thought. But all in all, I thought it was a good night one of SummerSlam. Was it the best? No. Was it the worst? No. But did it make you feel? Did you enjoy it? Those are the questions you should be asking. Don't compare it to anything else. I saw somebody compare this to WrestleMania. Why? They're two different things. Am I going to have breakfast one day and then like 6 months later, I'm going to have breakfast again? And I'm like, you know what? The steak and eggs was good, but I really appreciate my omelet from 6 months ago. Like, how silly does that sound? Did you like it? Did it make you feel? Were you entertained? Were you standing up watching this, not knowing what was going to happen next? Were you invested emotionally, physically, maybe even financially? It's a business after all. If the answer is yes, then that's what matters. Speaking of businesses, make that money. We're no different. We like to make that money. Money. So please, if you're over at turnbucklestudios.org, there is a function that says shop. That takes you to our official website. And you can go and check out all of our catalog there. And if you want to help the Chris Parrish podcast specifically and pick up one of those areas of merchandise, I would appreciate it. So go there and check this out. And enjoy this quick video, and we'll get right back and we'll talk a little bit more about night 2.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
So night 2 is upon us, a few hours away. If you want to watch that on screen, if you're just going to watch it at the simplicity of your own house and you want to support some content creators, well, go and check out the PLE Patrol night 2. It's going to be on the Turnbuckle Studios Kick, YouTube, and Twitch page. But if you're in the Edmonton area and you want to check out some live pro wrestling for free, by the way, let's go over to Beer Kid YAG locally, 10544 82nd Street. That's right. It's the home of the Chris Parrish podcast. The official. I'm doing it now. Hopefully they don't get mad. We have a great partnership, so I don't think they would. But yeah, come say hi. I'll be there. We're going to have some fun. They got arcade games. So if by chance there's something in that show you don't like, you can go and play arcade games. That I'm 40 people, and I get giddy. Wrestling, arcade games, a good beer. Come on. Oh yeah, by the way, their fries are fantastic. So if you just want to eat it, the food's good too. So swing over to Beercade YEG with me, and let's watch SummerSlam Night 2, which is powered by another 6 matches. Trick Williams defends against Baron Corbin for the United States title. Is this Trick Williams coming out party? Is he going to establish himself as a bona fide star against Baron Corbin? Or is Baron Corbin going to just come back and resurrect his career with a statement win against Trick Williams and become the new United States champion? All I know is I'm intrigued because as much as we all can say we wanted Carmelo Hayes in this match, and trust me, I'm one of them. I would have loved to see Carmelo Hayes added to make this a triple threat. But we're getting Trick Williams in a profiled match for your title at SummerSlam. He won the title against Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. And now he's defending it at SummerSlam. Usually that's a good sign to say that he's probably going to lose the title because WrestleMania to SummerSlam is kind of an average timeline for most people, especially if they won a title at WrestleMania. A lot of people tend to lose it at the SummerSlam. Yeah, I said the SummerSlam. Shout out Brett. I think this match is going to be fun. Like, you don't think Baron Corbin doesn't have a want to shock the world and say, yeah, you guys let me go once. How dare you? Yeah, he wants to stick it. He wants to stick to everyone who doubted him 100%. And then you have Trick Williams, who's just on the rise. Of course he's going to want to just ball out. So that's what I enjoy about this. If you break it down from an individual aspect, 2 completely different stories coming together, and it has elements of success. Then you have a number 1 contenders match. Finn Balor against Sami Zayn. The winner faces CM Punk for the WWE Undisputed Heavyweight Championship. Finn Balor against Sami Zayn? We know that's going to be a good match. And then the coup de grace, pun intended, is that the winner gets a world title shot. Sami Zayn, Finn Balor. They're in a world title number 1 contender match at SummerSlam. Remember when everyone was saying WWE's they're not doing anything with Finn Balor, they're not doing anything with Sami Zayn? Well, Sami Zayn in the last month has been world champion. Maybe, just maybe, they do have plans for him. People can say 9 days, whatever, what a joke of a title reign. Yeah, well, he was champion. Now you can't say he never wins the big one. He won the big one. And he's 1 win away from being in the title picture, and Cody's not. So, yeah, we're seeing a little bit of change. But then if we have Finn Balor winning, we have Finn Balor back in the world title picture. He's 1 win away. All I know is we're going to get something completely different. Now, have we seen CM Punk versus both of these men for a title? Yes. We've seen them both this year. But we still can't say it's not different. It's not something that we're not used to. It's good. Not to mention, we talked about Randy Orton coming back. The other big name that is rumored to be appearing once again, Kevin Owens. And if Kevin Owens comes back, think about how he can help Sami Zayn get his opportunity back at world champion. Remember, he exactly on screen wasn't a big fan of Punk when he came back. There's a story there. Also, Who's one of his best friends not named Sami Zayn? Oh, yeah, Finn Balor. And for the first time, these two men can really work a program with each other. So just imagine if Kevin Owens comes, helps Sami Zayn win, and we go on to see Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor, and then on the counterpart, CM Punk and Sami Zayn. Tell me that's not something we're interested in. Oh, yeah, and then by the way, it's Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Those are your big three feuds on SmackDown. I'm saying that's pretty dang good. Yeah. So that's what I think happens. I think Kevin Owens helps Sami Zayn defeats Finn Balor. And then we're off to the races. And if that doesn't tickle your funny bone, people, Intercontinental Championship, Penta and Chad Gable. That match could be match of the night. I say could be because we all know the main event's going to ball. But Penta, Chad Gable, from an in-ring point of view, they're going to steal the show. And if they don't, they're going to do everything they can to go out trying. Penta's been the Intercontinental Champion for well over half a year. He has done a fantastic job of Intercontinental Champion. But we all know it's Chad Gable's time. I can't wait for this. I can't wait to see Chad Gable win his first singles title in his home state of Minnesota. I can't wait for Chad Gable to have probably one of his biggest moments since the El Grande Americano match in AAA. Chris Best coming in saying there's also a long history between KO and Balor. KO did lose the NXT title to Finn Balor when KO made the move to main roster. Yeah. But we haven't seen them on the main roster. That is something I want to see. But Chad Gable becoming Intercontinental Champion at SummerSlam. Come on. You go through the near 4 decades of SummerSlam. Some of the best moments was who won the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, yeah, iconically, we talk about how Bulldog defeated Bret. One of the most historic ones. You know, it's SummerSlam's version of, Hogan slamming Andre. In a way. But we've seen ladder matches. We've seen standalone single matches. But we've had the who's who win the Intercontinental title at SummerSlam. Chad Gable. It's a crime if he doesn't join that list. And I can't wait. And I really hope he does. Because I am ready to see not only what he can do as a champion, but I'm also wanting to see what happens next with Penta. Because he has completely stepped up his game. Remember when he decided just to do a ladder match at WrestleMania and say, I will challenge 6 people at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship, and then he balled out by winning? Yeah. Pretty ballsy. And it's a perfect transition to the next match, which is a 5-woman ladder match to crown the interim women's title because Rhea Ripley is not medically cleared. Lash versus Jade versus Flair versus Chelsea Green versus Tiffany Stratton. Interim champion usually means Rhea Ripley is close but not yet able to compete. I understand that the whole Chad Gable from Minnesota thing is there with Tiffany Stratton, but as United States champion here, I do think we're going to see Blake Monroe get involved and cost Tiffany Stratton this opportunity. So I'm taking her out of the picture. I think it's easy to see Jade and Flair This is a ladder match, and I do think you're either going to do one thing. You're either going to go completely off script and do something different, or you're going to do something completely obvious. Jade Cargill is the most obvious pick here. But who better to know how to win a championship in the ladder match when everyone's probably not thinking you than Chelsea Green, who's married to Matt Cardona, who did it at WrestleMania as Zack Ryder for the Intercontinental title? How about Chelsea Green coming out as your interim women's champion? And she gets a claim as an interim women's champion. How much stock do you think that gives Chelsea Green? I think a lot, and that's what I'm calling. And then top of that, we got a human monies on a pole match between Dominic Mysterio and Danhausen. I mean, as the on a pole stipulation, last week I thought this was a standalone match. I had Danhausen, but now that it's on a pole, human monies, that's really how this whole thing came to be. I really do think this is the way Dominic Mysterio gets his money back, and we end this. Danhausen can lose, doesn't get beat. Okay. I'm good with that. Anything that's good for Dominic Mysterio, I'm good with. And this leads us to the Roman Reigns Seth Rollins match. I'm not going to lie, I am over the Shield nostalgia. You have pounded this one to a T, and the reason why I'm not the world's biggest give me more Shield nostalgia is because you don't have Jon Moxley, Dean Ambrose in this conversation. It's only Roman and Seth, and we all know the Shield was a 3-man group. So if you're just not going to talk about Dean Ambrose, and it's fine, you own you own the Dean Ambrose character. You don't own Jon Moxley, but you can talk about Dean Ambrose. I don't know. If we don't include him, then we're not doing the Shield justice in their nostalgia to begin with. We're changing their history, and I just don't think that's right. So yeah, I understand Roman and Seth have absolutely climbed the mountain. They have climbed the fame pretty well, but come on. It's the Shields has 3. So I do think Roman Reigns retains his title. They've been playing the narrative of Seth owning Roman this whole time. Just like Brock being quote unquote undefeated with his streak in Hell in a Cell at 2, which still it's a stretch to me, but it happened. Yeah, Roman beats Seth. They move on. I think something happens here. Maybe Bronson Reed comes out. Maybe Bronson Reed attacks Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins goes back to a vision that isn't Braun Breaker. Maybe we see Oba Femi absolutely destroy Roman to close the show. I don't know, something. But I do think something is going to give. I think something of note is going to happen in this match, and I'm really excited for that. So that's line up for the night 2 PLE Patrol. If you want to support the content creation part, but if you want to see it in person, you're from Edmonton, come check out it at Beercade with me. Going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, if by chance you are looking at other forms, like, hey, not only do I want to support content creation, I want to become one. I want to join the Turnbuckle Studio family. Well, guess what? We got you covered. All you have to do is check out this video, where you can also go from a more mobile and physical version of turnbucklestudios.org. Hit the /join. Not only can you provide us your credentials or tell us what you're wanting out of this, but even if you just want to help out in other fields, we can work together. If you want to become a member of the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, this is the gateway for you to do so.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
We are now halfway through SummerSlam. In 24 hours, it's post SummerSlam. I'm saying the obvious. You're saying, yeah, we're aware how time works, Parrish. Where are you getting at? We know that Money in the Bank is right around the corner. And we all love a good ladder. We're going to see one tonight, but we're going to see a couple more. And it's going to change the trajectory of a few people. One man, one woman. They're going to have an opportunity to become world champion. And they get to decide when that opportunity comes if they are the owner of the briefcase. So what I love about this is that you have a chance to really give people who haven't been there an opportunity to say, hey, are you ready? And how appropriate is that when the person's saying that is Triple H? Anyway, I decided, hey, if I was to book the Money in the Bank ladder matches, how would I like to see them fit? And if you have an idea of who you would like in yours, let me know in the comments. But I've decided to put together an 8-man and 8-woman ladder match that I would like to see one of these individuals on each side would then take an opportunity to become champion. I did try to keep it 4 on Raw, 4 on SmackDown. I also tried to be good on the babyface heel side. But you know what? Sometimes it's not all perfect. So let's start with my men. I've decided that I would like to see Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, Matt Cardona, Kit Wilson, Ethan Page, Dirty Dom Mysterio, Joe Hendry, and if he is medically cleared, Logan Paul, if he's not, Austin Theory. That would be the 8-man ladder match. I would love this for the whole point of it being, hey, someone new. Now, I didn't put a Jey Uso. I didn't put LA Knight. I didn't put Damian Priest. I didn't put people like that in because I think I much rather see them win a Royal Rumble than a Money in the Bank. I've said it for a while. I'd love to see Dom Mysterio as Money in the Bank. But I've gone a different route here. I have decided to do something different. I have decided that the winner of this match, for me, is Ilya Dragunov. We've seen what he is capable of in the past. We saw his work as United States champion. His style gets you believed that he can get it done over anyone. He could stay in the ring with guys like Obafemi, like Gunther, make it believable. He makes you care. He's sympathetic because he can take a good ass whooping, but he can give it right back. He's believable. You're telling me you don't want to see Ilya Dragunov against Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Finn Balor, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton? None of these top guys. Jacob Fatu, and it's not believable? Come on. He can wrestle with the best. He could fight with the best. I want to see Ilya Dragunov given this opportunity. And who does he maybe throw off? Yeah, maybe it's both of Kit Wilson and Dom Mysterio, because tell me you don't want to see in one night, a team forming of, okay, this is how we can get it done between Dom, Kit, and Ethan Page. Tell me you don't want to see them try to do it and then just have it all blow up on them. I think it'd be a fun match. I think it'd be great, and you're giving someone completely new an opportunity, and that's what I love about it. For my women's side, I have decided to go with only one person winning a world title. And the reason why I have this person is strictly because of three reasons. One, she can go. Two, she can fly. Three, she makes you care. I have Io Sky as my former world champion in this match. I also have Lyra Valkyria. I also have Sol Ruka, Roxanne Perez, JC Jane, Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace, and Meechin. I think this is a great mix of somebody new. The obvious is, JC Jane would be perfect. And I agree, she would be. But that's not who I picked. I picked someone who you want to see. Someone right now who is kind of floating in the position that they're in, not because that's what they are, but because they're kind of in a position to where they have to be. I'm talking about Roxanne Perez. Liv Morgan is your women's champion. Raquel is your intercontinental champion. You have a dynamic with the three Judgment Day girls where Roxanne Perez is Miss Money in the Bank. And then you have two champions in that. Tell me that's not the greatest triple threat women's kind of trio in history. And the reason why I think Roxanne Perez fits is that she's been in this position of prodigy. She was a champion in NXT, turned heel, became a champion again, and did some of her best work in that. Then she comes over on the main roster and really replaces Liv Morgan in the tag team with Raquel Rodriguez and flawlessly makes that transition to the point that when Liv came back, we weren't sure if there was going to be a big explosion in the Judgment Day. There wasn't. But now we have seen singles titles to both members, Liv and Raquel, to a point where I believe Roxanne Perez really needs either a way to jump ship to SmackDown or find a way to get under the shadow that is the success of the other two. And I think Money in the Bank is the perfect way to do that. Not to mention, I think JC Jane can win the title a different way. I think Lyra Valkyria can win the title a different way. I think Sol Ruka needs to stay in the Intercontinental scene for a bit. And I just want to see an opportunity given to Meechin. So that's what I have from the Money in the Bank matches. I know we're still ways out of that. We still have a long way to go. We even have a Sunday night main event pretty soon. And I know we have Heat Wave coming at the end of the month. So there's going to be a lot of stuff between now and then. But I wanted to give a little bit of a preview of how I have Money in the Bank looking up if I was booking it. Something new. And that way we can have these heavy hitters also, whether it's in title matches or number one contender matches or in just feud matches. We can look at the established in these standalone matches, and then we can see the what's coming up next in the Money in the Bank and get back to what I thought the Money in the Bank was originally designed to do, and that is give somebody new an opportunity. Let me know in the comments what you would have done, if you would have had something different. Do you like what I've done? I am going to let everybody know that we have shows 7 days a week. Yes, the PLE Patrol is tonight. Programming note, there is no wrestling recap. So do the PLE Patrol. That is taking shape here later tonight. Is at 6 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. local time if you're in the Edmonton area like me. But check out all this because we're hitting you right back with the Raw Patrol tomorrow. And we're right back to schedule. So check this out.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday night, we are on call as the Raw Patrol is on duty at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday, we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursdays, let us power your dreams with the Xbox Showcase at 9 p.m. Friday, we invite you to come for a ride with the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later in the day, the Locker Room presents Wrestling Recap delivers at 7 p.m. Always be aware that weekend shows can vary in times, as the PLE Patrol and other watch party streams are always a must-see. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day and watch all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And please do not forget to drop a like, follow, and to subscribe to all of our channels, and when the time is right, all you have to do is tap in.
Coming up next on the Chris Parrish podcast, I am back at it with the interviews. That's right. If you're following the Edmonton local scene, you know about Rich King. He's going to be making his debut on the Chris Parrish podcast because on Monday I will be sitting down with him and we will have a discussion. That's right. Next week we're going to be doing episode 140 with Rich King, and check out that new thumbnail and that graphic because that is how we're going to be looking moving forward. Going to try to do a little different, but yeah, Rich King 140. I think that pops pretty dang well. So yeah, Rich King, who just recently had a show in his hometown, all the way in the Yukon, got to wrestle in front of family and friends, on top of being a personal trainer, very smart in the nutrition as well. So I can't wait to sit down. Known him for a while. He's a great human being and even a great pro wrestler, and just, very good at what he does. So can't wait to find out his story. So that is coming up next on the Chris Parrish podcast. That is going to be next Sunday. But this has been episode 139 of the Chris Parrish podcast, Climb to Fame. Why? Because we're halfway through the SummerSlam and we are looking forward to what's next, like Money in the Bank. We on the Twitch side are going to raid out, so who better to raid out to than another Canadian? That's right, Comman167. That's who we're going to be raiding out to on the Twitch side. So go and say hi. Let them know that the Chris Parrish podcast sent you. We will be doing that pretty much right away. But until next week, I want to let everybody know, thank you for supporting the Chris Parrish podcast. You can check me out on my link tree or at turnbucklestudios.org/hosts. But please be happy, be healthy. More importantly, be yourself, because at the end of the day, you matter. Can't wait to see you again next week. Enjoy SummerSlam Night 2.
Rip through the clouds.